Today is July 25th, 2013. You're watching Speedrun. Precursor Games has relaunched its Kickstarter campaign for Shadow of the Eternals. This time the studio is asking for $750,000 from fans and says it has found an additional alternate funding from an unnamed source. Chief Creative Officer Dennis Dyack addressed previously raised concerns about its last fundraiser's terms of service and said Precursor Games has absolutely zero affiliation with beleaguered studio Silicon Knights. Shadow of the Eternals is also no longer episodic. It will be an 8 to 10 hour standalone experience for Windows PC and Wii U, with a PS4 version as one of the new campaign's stretch goals. If the campaign is successful, Shadow of the Eternals will launch next year. Indie developers continue to be in the spotlight when it comes to the next console generation, and Sony is again restating its faith in the indie community. Sony Computer Entertainment Europe announced it will be holding indie developer events on a quarterly basis, possibly beginning as early as this September. Indies will have the chance to discuss development for all Sony platforms, including the PS4, as well as the current state of the PlayStation Network and Sony's install base. This news follows Microsoft's announcement yesterday that will allow for self-publishing on the Xbox One, which a PlayStation spokesman says Sony has been allowing for over 5 years already. This is just another step in Sony's passionate courting of indies, which includes a recent announcement that it will also lend out PS4 dev kits for free. Company of Heroes 2 was well received when it released, but since then it has faced some harsh criticism from Russia. Claiming the game plays on Western bias and cliches about the Soviet World War II effort, critics from Russia and the countries of the former Soviet Union have hounded the game since launch. Russian Metacritic users have dragged the game's score down to a 2.2 on the aggregate site, and thousands of people have signed a Change.org petition to persuade Steam to block the game in CIS countries. Relic defends its title, pointing to historical research and personal testimony from Russian soldiers as the basis for the game. As game narrative continues to evolve and become a more important part of the gaming experience, one developer has learned just how important the specific words you use can be. Spiders, the studio behind Mars Warlogs, originally penned their game in French, in which scenes played out in their intended menacing fashion. But when they translated the game into English, they found the same scenes played more like slapstick than terror. Initial reviews claimed the game played well enough, but the silly dialogue too often hampered the experience. And with 90,000 words in the game, Spiders set out to rewrite the most essential scenes to make it work. This rewrite story, while somewhat unfortunate, is actually pretty hilarious. And that's what we've got for you today. We're almost there. It's almost the weekend. Have a good one, Polynauts.